Getting your business to show up in AI responses and search results has been one of the most confusing challenges for businesses today.
You've probably heard all of the buzzwords by now. GEO, AEO, LLMO, all different ways just to make sure that your business shows up in AI, whether that's ChatGPT, Claude, or Google's Gemini and AI Overview.
Google is adding AI features into search results. Chatbots are becoming a more common way for people to ask questions online. And because of that, a lot of shop owners are starting to ask the same questions.
Is my current SEO still enough? What do all of these terms for AI optimization mean? And the biggest question of all, is SEO dead?
We've spent almost 30 years developing and refining SEO strategies specifically for auto repair shops. So as AI search has become more prominent, we've been watching closely and trying to learn exactly what you need to do to revise your website for it.
And with new information straight from Google, we may finally have some insight into what goes into powering this new form of discovery. So, has AI search and discovery completely replaced SEO? No, it has not. But what has changed is the way search results may be presented to customers. When someone might search on Google for where they can get their brakes replaced, they would traditionally see a list of blue links, local map results, ads, and business listings. Now, depending on the search, they're very likely to see an AI-generated answer summarizing information from across the web, and for many, that answer is as far as they decide to look. That can make it feel like the rules have completely changed and have created a new goal for business owners to make sure that they appear in that AI response. Because of that, new strategies have emerged claiming to optimize for AI rather than just search.
AEO, or Answer Engine Optimization, GEO, or Generative Engine Optimization. All of these are different terms that have been used to describe strategies that supposedly help websites appear in AI-powered answers. Some recommendations include techniques like clustering topics, writing AI-readable content, creating AI-specific versions of pages, or adding files like LLMs.txt to your website. But with AI search still being in its infancy, it's difficult to tell if any of these strategies are working and how much of an impact they might be having.
And for a while, we've had nothing to concretely go off of other than the recommendations of servicers across the web. Just recently, Google has finally given us a peek behind the curtain and told us directly some of the things that influence their AI search. And said guidance makes something very clear. For Google's own AI search experiences, optimizing your content for search and for AI are one and the same. No matter what you call it, Google is saying that visibility in AI search is still built around creating a better search experience.
That means your website still needs to be helpful and accurate. It still needs to clearly explain what your shop does, where you are located, and what services you offer, and why customers should trust you. These are the keys to getting your website to appear not only in search results, but in AI as well. So the foundational SEO practices that successful businesses have been investing in, like a strong website, local SEO, service pages, helpful content, accurate business information, and real reviews still matter.
So what does this actually mean for auto repair shops? Well, first and foremost, if you want to optimize for AI, then keep sticking with your current SEO strategy.
You still need your Google business profile, service pages, reviews, blog content, and all of the trust signals that help customers choose your shop. And you need to make sure that this content is consistently updated and kept fresh. All of these pieces help explain who you are, what you service, where you are located, and why customers trust you, which is what matters most. Whether a customer finds you through a traditional Google result, a map listing, an AI-generated summary, or another search experience, the foundation is the same. Your online presence needs to be useful, trustworthy, and easy to understand.
One of the most important points from Google's guidance is the value of what they call non-commodity content. That phrase might sound technical, but the idea is simple. Commodity content is generic content. It is the kind of content that could appear on almost any website. Content that is purely informational but not insightful. For example, a page talking about how brakes will wear down and need replaced, how oil changes help protect your engine, or how your tires should be inspected regularly. That's all true information, but it's widely available. There are thousands of other resources online that can give you that information. If you posted that content on your site, it wouldn't stand out, and it also doesn't tell customers anything about your shop.
Non-commodity content is different. It's content that's shaped and personalized by your actual experience and perspective. And that's what sets it apart from other commodity content. Adding your perspective into your web content signals to viewers in Google that you are different from everyone else, have something different to say, and that you are uniquely qualified to talk about what you are. That might include how long you have been in business, the types of vehicles you specialize in, the certifications your technicians hold, or the real questions your advisors hear from customers every week. That kind of information cannot be copy and pasted from any generic repair article. It's specific to your shop, which makes it novel.
Google is emphasizing that helpful, valuable content is not just about answering a question, but is about bringing something useful to the person searching. For auto repair shops looking to capture business online, shaping your online presence to feature non-commodity content is the key to proving that you're the shop people should trust. You already have expertise. You already know what customers ask about. You already understand the common problems vehicles face in your area. The goal is to bring more of that experience into your website content, which will give vehicle owners reasons to choose you and give Google a reason to highlight your shop in search results. AI has made information easier to access than ever before, but to get seen, your content needs to provide more value, more insight, and more perspective than generic information that customers could find anywhere else.
Google has made it clear what factors contribute to SEO for AI on their platform. They've also chimed in to say which of those AI-specific optimizations don't contribute. So with so much hype surrounding the idea of GEO, so many different solutions have been presented as the key to appearing in AI searches. Because anytime something new happens in search, there are going to be people selling shortcuts. And with AI search, there are already a lot of recommendations being thrown around.
In their documentation about GEO on their platform, Google listed some of the most common recommendations for AI optimization and how they don't impact search rankings as some might claim. We're focusing on 4 of them. The first is content chunking. Chunking is the idea that your website content should be broken into very specific, shorter segments so AI models can scan and understand it more easily. So instead of a paragraph or 2 talking about your shop's history, you'd split it up into multiple smaller ones. This technique claims that if your content is divided into these smaller, more readable sections, AI systems will be better able to pull answers from it. But according to Google, its systems are already sophisticated enough to understand the topics on a page and doesn't care whether that page is short, long, crowded, or broken into sections. But that doesn't mean that formatting is unimportant. It still matters that your website is easy for people to read, which Google emphasizes is one of the most important factors for getting your site seen. That might mean using clear headings, short paragraphs, helpful service descriptions, and a layout that makes sense for customers. So you do not need to restructure your website for AI. Your priority should still be the human experience.
What if instead of restructuring your website for AI, you made a version just for it? Some have recommended that creating separate versions of your website pages specifically for AI tools will help them discover your content. But for your customers trying to use your site, this could cause some confusion. Having multiple versions of the same content or pages that are written in unnatural ways just to appeal to AI does not provide the greatest experience for the human. And again, as mentioned with chunking, Google has also made it clear that their AI systems can understand content written for humans. Rewriting web page content for AI does not provide any specific advantage. Your content should be written for the people who are actually choosing whether to call your shop or not. And those customers want clear information. They want to know if your shop can service their vehicle. If your content is written in a way that helps them understand that, then you stand a better chance at getting them through your doors and AI recommending you.
Speaking of recommendations, we know that reviews, testimonials, and mentions matter because they help signal that people trust your shop. That's why we've always emphasized the importance of getting customers to leave Google reviews and collecting testimonials to use in your marketing materials. But some AI-focused tools have tried to shortcut that process by generating articles, mentions, reviews, and other artificial discussions designed to make a business look more authoritative. Google classifies this type of content as spam and will not use it as a factor in your search rankings. It can even penalize your shop. For auto repair shops, this is not a strategy worth pursuing. Your real reputation matters. And by running a successful, trustworthy business, you'll naturally build a reputation that will translate to your digital presence.
A lot of these tactics talk about ways to make it easier for AI crawlers to understand your website. But what if you could just give them one file that tells them exactly how to interact with your site. That's the promise of an LLMs.txt file. Basically, this file is meant to act like a guide for AI tools. That way you can leave your website tailored for the human experience and create a clearer path for AI crawlers to understand your site. Having this file can help. Google can crawl and index many types of files with your website, but there's no guarantee that it will take all of that information into account. And it also does not treat an LLMs.txt file or any other file as a special case for AI visibility.
With so many of these claims and hacks for AI discoverability being debunked directly by Google, it seems like your best bet is to proceed with caution when making any AI discovery specific optimizations. While it seems like there are a few things that you can do to hurt your discovery, the effort you might put into chasing AI discovery trends would be more beneficial if used to enhance any of the traditional SEO factors that still matter.
Even if the methods customers use to discover your shop are changing, the factors that make your shop trustworthy have not. Local SEO still matters. High-quality websites still matter. Accurate business information still matters. Real reviews still matter. Shop-specific expertise still matters. Based on what Google has shared, this SEO foundation seems like it will remain as the key towards search discoverability, even in AI search experiences for a while to come. The goal is not to chase every new AI search trend. The goal is to build a digital presence that clearly communicates your value to customers and gives search engines reliable, helpful information to work with.
It's great that Google has provided this guidance for Google search and its own generative AI search features, but that doesn't provide a complete look into how the AI search space works, because Google is not the only company in the AI search space. Tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Copilot, and others are also changing how people search and discover businesses online. While Google has said that a lot of these AI-specific optimizations have no effect on their SEO, we don't know for sure if the same is true for these other AI platforms. But Google does still represent the majority of search activity worldwide. And knowing that traditional SEO fundamentals remain important for where the majority of search still occurs is significant and reassuring for auto repair shops and all businesses. Knowing that your website, reviews, and local presence all still matter will continue to be the primary drivers of your digital presence, even in the AI era. That should let you focus more on delivering the best service you can.
So we can put the question to bed. SEO isn't dead, and it hasn't been replaced. Getting found on Google search is just evolving for the AI era. AI is changing how search results may appear, but it has not changed the need for clear, helpful, trustworthy information. For auto repair shops, the best path forward is to keep strengthening your digital presence. Build a website that helps customers. Create the non-commodity content that Google wants and that reflects your real experience. And continue investing in SEO practices that help customers find you, understand you, and trust you. Because even as search changes, trust is still what actually turns someone into a customer.